Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Eniola and today I'm gonna be making peppered gizzard. So for the next few weeks I'm gonna be focusing on small chops. Small chops in Nigeria is basically things like finger food or like appetizers, things that are so easy to eat on the go, like no stress, no wahala kind of food. So today I'm gonna be focusing on peppered gizzard. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. So let's get into what you will need to make peppered gizzard. Obviously the number one ingredient is gizzard. I've got here 1 kilogram chicken gizzard. This is how I bought it, so it's still got all the fats and weird stuff on it that needs to be cleaned off, but we'll get to that after I show you guys all the other ingredients you need. Next you will need 1 tablespoon of dry thyme, 1.5 tablespoon of curry powder. We also need 2 bay leaves. They are broken right now, but I'm using 2 bay leaves. 1 teaspoon of salt. So obviously we're making peppered gizzard, so it needs to be spicy. That's why I'm using 1 bell pepper and 4 Scotch bonnets. You can add more if you want to. To be honest with you, when I finished cooking and when I tasted the gizzards, I actually wished it was more spicy, so you can add more if you want to. Next you will need 1 can of plum tomatoes, 2 onions and 2 garlic cloves. So you will also need 1.5 cups of oil. Here I'm using vegetable oil, but you can use whatever type of oil you want to use. Right, the last ingredient you will need is brown sugar. To me personally, this is the key ingredient for peppered gizzard, and trust me, if you've never used it in your peppered gizzard, you have to try it. It just takes the taste to another level, and you only need 1 tablespoon with this recipe. So try it and let me know what you think. Alright, let's get to the boringest part of the video, which is cleaning the gizzard. I personally find this part really boring, but I'm very picky with my gizzards and they need to be thoroughly cleaned and with all these yellowy and fatty things removed. So enjoy this part of the video. This is basically how I get this removed, and it's easy, but it just takes a bit of time to get it cleaned. So yeah. So you want it to look like this once you're done. It took me about 10 minutes max to get it done. This is all cleaned and ready to boil, so let's start cooking. So I'm gonna be boiling the gizzard first. So I'm adding 1 whole onion, thyme and half of the curry powder that I mentioned earlier. So here add your salt, bay leaves and 1 clove of garlic. Sorry guys, I forgot to mention that at the start you will need 4 stock cubes and some all-purpose seasoning or chicken seasoning. Here I'm adding just 2 stock cubes for now, and then I'm gonna let it boil or cook for around 30 to 40 minutes. Yes, 40 minutes or even longer. because I'm very picky with my gizzard. They need to be thoroughly cooked. I don't like that weird blood taste that gizzards have when they're not properly cooked. Sometimes it can be slimy as well when you're eating it, and I don't like that. So just to avoid all of that kind of taste, I cook mine for a very long time. Obviously it's up to you. Taste it as you go, and taste it after like 30 minutes just to see if it's cooked to your preference. If you have a pressure cooker, that would make this process even faster. So yeah. So whilst the gizzards are cooking, I'm gonna prepare my peppers and blend it a little so that it's not too smooth. So here, as you can see, I've saved some of the onions so that I can use it when I fry the peppers later. So I just blend the peppers and I set it aside and go back and check on the gizzard. So after 30 minutes of cooking the gizzard, as you can see here, I'm adding more water, and then I cooked it for another 10 to 15 minutes. So once the gizzards are all cooked, I add some all-purpose seasoning to the oil, and this is just my personal preference. It adds more flavor to the gizzards, and then I add the gizzards and I fry for around 5 minutes. Here we go, it's all done. It looks and tastes so good. So let's move on to the pepper mixture. I'm gonna be using the same oil I used to fry the gizzards, and all I do is just fry the onions I saved before, and then add the pepper mixture and fry for around 5 minutes. Add a pinch of salt, the rest of the stock cubes and the curry powder, and then I cook it for 10 minutes, and once that is done I add the gizzard to the sauce, and then I mix it all together, and then I cook it for another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes of cooking the gizzards, I added the brown sugar and then I mix it all together and finally cook it for the last, this is it, 5 minutes, and then after this you are done. So this is pretty much how I make my peppered gizzard, and after I transferred it to a serving bowl, I had some sauce left. I had this sauce with some rice and it tasted so good, so don't waste it. You can save it, put it in the fridge, put it in the freezer or whatnot. So here, as an idea on how to serve it, I'm gonna be adding some bell peppers and some sliced onions, so to make it look all colorful and appetizing. And I'm using here some skewers to serve it as like little finger foods. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Try and use the brown sugar and let me know what you think. So thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.